Welcome to Reddit News. Like and subscribe or this will eat your cookies. If plants could talk, what are some of the creepiest things they would say? Grass : all day, every day, nothing else. I kinda relate to this grass. And when you mow the lawn, oh god, why? Guess how many decomposing corpses are in this soil right now? All of them. Whenever we used to drive by a graveyard, my granddad would say, "How many of them are dead?" And then he'd answer, "All of them." When it's windy, woo, woo, woo. I'm imagining it being whispered around the field as they move with the breeze. Woo. Or when it's really windy, they scream like they're on a roller coaster. Ha 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 ha. OMG. Imagine them screaming like the people on Roller Coaster Tycoon raffle. I'm bawling here. Oh god. Their screams will keep me awake all night now. From laughing, you can distinctly hear that one blade of grass that's just, "Oh my god, oh my god," over and over again. We watch you while you sleep, so be good for goodness sake. I hate all of you. Now take my upvote and go. We know when you're awake. We know if you've been good or bad. I went to tour a concentration camp a few years ago, and there were these giant trees lining where the barracks used to stand. As we walked further along to the back where the ovens were, we came across a thick small area of woods that had several mass graves dispersed throughout it. The things those trees would say would be what atrocities they witnessed. How many people tried to hide behind them, or climb them, to escape or live a little longer. How many tears were shed under them from fear. Everything would be a true statement, but the creepiest. I watched them all arrive. I watched them all die. I could do nothing to stop it. Ooh, this one is good. Reminds me of that Thomas the Tank Engine being the train to Auschwitz meme. I watched them all arrive. I watched them all die. I could do nothing to stop it. That would be unbelievably sad and depressing. But creepy? However, change one word. I watched them all arrive. I watched them all die. I would do nothing to stop it, and it becomes creepy. Just like the trees of any random plantation domain in the US. Wow. I've often pondered, if these trees could talk, while visiting certain places, but I've never thought of these trees standing vigil in a place like that. So, having been born and raised in Eastern Virginia, open parentheses, you know, OG slave country in the US, close parentheses, I always wondered that. We had an oak in our yard that was estimated to be several hundred years old, and me and my mom used to sit on the front porch and conversate about what the tree must have seen. From slavery to the Civil War, what kind of horrors and romance that tree must have been privy to. Hello? Especially if in the middle of the forest. Like, only, hello? That would weird me way out. Yes. Or even better, completely random variations of hello. Like, imagine you're taking a stroll through the woods and then suddenly this inconspicuous flower or something just goes, howdy. And then you have no bloody idea which one said it because of how many there inevitably are. Even better if it's a whisper. I am Groot. They would talk a lot about death. Plants see far more deaths in humans, insects, animals, and in vegetation than anyone else in the world. Death also helps plants to grow. Plants also help in murder cases. Open parentheses. If you see more vegetation in certain areas, there's likely to be dead animal or person there. Close parentheses. A long time ago, an owner of a plant store was found murdered in said store. An officer had the idea to hook up some kind of monitor to the plants and had multiple people walk through. But when the owner's nephew walked in to see how things were going, the plants started acting up and the nephew confessed to killing his uncle. Just screeching in the middle of the night, "I'm growing." Edible plants or flowers would do death screams when they are being torn down or eaten. You know that episode of SpongeBob when he is dried out and moaning, "Water." That's how I envision plants on the brink of death begging for their lives. LOL. You like decapitating my children and giving their corpses to your loved ones, don't you? I kill your friends and family as a sign of romance. I'll kill your friends and families to remind you of my love. King George III. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn. I know your type. Tall, dark, and dead. Wasn't that a song? It's the end credit song for Plants vs. Zombies. And now it's stuck in my head. Here's some trivia for the Plants vs. Zombies nerds out there. It was originally going to be called Lawn of the Dead, which I maintain is 10 times better than Plants vs. Zombies, but they changed their mind when George Romero went mad at them. I remember there was a Michael Jackson Thriller dancing zombie, and then MJ died, and they had to redo it as Disco Dancing Zombie. We're actually farming you. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Because they feed us until we die and then them, and their descendants eat us. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Corny jokes, I see. Screaming in ecstasy when a bee collects their pollen. Edit : wow, I didn't even think it was that funny. Thanks, guys. You would not believe the sheer volume of feces that go into the dirt every single day. Watch me slowly die in your care. This is me. I can never keep plants alive. I'm so sorry. I'm a nice tree. You should just jump that Chad you're dating. I'll treat you like a princess. In SpongeBob voice. Water! I need it! Why can I hear this? In the sun, them just going num num num. Lip smacking sounds for 12 hours every day. I have seen my brothers and sisters die, and I will see them die again. Howdy. All collectively screaming and begging for help in every windstorm and hurricane. We farm your kind by providing oxygen until you eventually die and rot into the ground, giving us the nutrients we need to survive. You're walking through the woods at night. A drought recently hit and there are dead leaves everywhere. You fill up your wheelbarrow with thick sticks and fallen limbs. You think about how fun the s'more party will be. As you pry a dead branch from a tree, you hear something not so far behind you. It speaks with a gravelly voice. I'm so thirsty. You turn around with wide eyes processing what happened. You thought you were alone, but nobody is there. Stop peeing on me. Dogs, people, everything. Just a long slurping noise every time they get watered. I'm more thinking of what all the trees in Normandy are like. You weren't there, man. You weren't there! You be walking home late at night, while thinking some awkward moment between you and crush, and suddenly a tree says, did you know the pupil of your eyes expand up to 45% when you look at the person you love? Come closer. I want to see which one of us smells better. I have feelings too. I'm dying. Each time you forget to water them. This soil has 3 generations of your family in it. Screams of pain and terror when mowing the lawn. Why do you keep murdering my friends and family and putting them in vases in your house? I'm here grieving and I can see their dead bodies on display through your window. Why? Talk to me. Don't yell at each other. The walls and I have great conversations when you're not around. Well, back when I was just a kid in Canada, I watched this particular episode of a show called Goosebumps that answers your very question, and that answer is, please help me. I'm your real father. That or, plants speaking at all. We don't really take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. That was just a rumor spread so y'all would take us in the house and talk to us. The sun, it burns. Not really scary, but they're essentially security cameras. We can't just remove them all. We need oxygen and all that jazz. They just stay there, watching. Gossipy trees. You think you humans have it bad with bugs? Imagine having to deal with them 24/7, not being able to do anything about it while you're helplessly violated by an ant. I do not want to hear what a grafted plant has to say. It would be a nightmare. Are you okay, dude? Like you don't go to sleep until 4 a.m. and all you do is drink Red Bull and browse Reddit and watch anime. I'm concerned, bro. One day you will feed my kin, as we feed you. I was once a man. We are farming you, keeping you all alive with oxygen so that we can eat you when you die. Well, if you want something creepy in the how do you sleep at night fashion, imagine what it would look like near factories and every time someone cut down trees in the forest to make wood. They'd probably plead for their life and perhaps even express horror when you walk under their branches, with a piece of paper as they said, "That's my mother," in a shocked manner. I'm sure people would still be using stone tablets if plants could talk, and vegetarians would have a serious moral quandary on their hands. Plant lives matter. What if they all just kinda hissed in unison? Photosynthesis. 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 Your breath stinks. Stop beheading me. Also, fun fact, grass actually does kinda do that. They send out a distress signal after being cut, warning other grass plants. That's what the fresh cut grass smell is. We eat your dead. Venus flytrap, nom nom. Tasty fly. Oh, a bee is coming. Time to gobble it up. Please. Please. Just a sip of water. Please don't forget me. I don't want to die like this.